Okay, so dressmaker burnout. You might be asking, what is dressmaker burnout? What is it? It is a real thing. Well, it's my real thing. It's something that I don't want, and I don't want you to get it. Sounds like a virus, right? But seriously, the truth is that dressmakers, we tend to take on too much at times, don't we? Sometimes we don't even know when to stop and just say, I need a break. Hold on, give me a minute. If you follow me, you may have noticed that I haven't posted in a while, since May. But I have been busy doing what designers and dressmakers do. And that's so. Now, if you're a dressmaker, you already know that April, May, June, and even sometimes July can be super extremely busy, right? These are the months when we are super busy sewing for graduations, proms, weddings, and even cruises. And if you're like me, you're not happy unless your client is happy. So that means late nights and lots of fittings so that the outfit or dress or whatever you are creating is perfect. Now let's not forget that these months also mean vacation time. And that could mean vacation for us as well, right? It's time for family and friends and visiting, and it's summertime. So for me personally, that means visiting with grandkids. I have them all summer long. So for me, time is limited and I can get burnt out. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk to you today about: how not to get dressmaker burnout when you have so much on your plate. So I'm going to share with you some ways, exactly 5 ways, how I try not to get what I call dressmaker burnout. So here we go. 1, don't bite off more than you can chew. It's okay to say no to clients that want more than you are able to do. You know yourself, you know your experience, you know your skills. So don't bite off more than you can chew. It's okay to say no. And that could mean saying yes to designing or sewing something that is way above your expertise. And you also don't want to say yes to something that's going to take way too much time. For instance, maybe you're not experienced in working with beaded fabric. That's something that's way above your expertise. Don't say yes, because then you will fall into a trap, believe me. Or maybe you're going to say yes to a bride that wants a train that's 8 feet long. Believe me, that is very time consuming, and you're only going to have time to focus on just that one dress. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Think about it before you say yes to that dress. Now 2, plan ahead. You know that saying that goes, if you fail to plan to fail. That is so true. For me, I know this season is coming. It comes every year, right? So maybe this year I'll plan to only take on 10 clients, maybe. Of those 10, maybe I'll take on just 1 wedding dress, or maybe 2, depending on the intricacy of the dress. That's planning. I won't know unless I plan it out in advance. I'll get my little calendar and I'll look at the dates. I'll figure out how many clients I can sew for in the 12 to 16 weeks that I have available. If you're like me, I like to write things out. So I use a planner like this one. This is an Esse Planner. You may like it. I love it. I love it because it lasts forever, for one thing, and it's so easy to use. It has a weekly planner, a daily planner. You can also plan things out way in advance, months in advance. I love this planner because it allows you to write in your schedule from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. It has a to-do list and it has a section for notes. The best thing about it is that it's not dated. It has the Sunday through Saturday, Each page can be tailored to you. I love, love, love this planner. All right? Okay, so get yourself a planner that you can make changes to. Use a pencil, pencil people in, pencil people out. That's the way you plan way in advance. If you stick to your plan, you will have no problem. Okay, number 3. Always, always, always agree on everything with your client and always get everything in writing. Put it in writing and don't deviate. What do I mean by that? Things could get so confusing if you don't have it in writing on paper where you agree and your client agrees as well. Now, when I say agree on everything, I mean everything. This includes the design and the fit of the dress or outfit or suit, whatever it is that you're going to make, everything. Don't we just love when our clients are so bent on picking the fabric, the design, the fit, and they choose it themselves and they just think that they are going to look good in it? Well, as designers and dressmakers, you can take one look at that fabric and know it's not going to fit well. One look at their design and you know it's absolutely all wrong. Be honest with them. Educate them. Educate them on what not to wear and what looks absolutely flattering to their figure. When they see the final results, they will thank you and you will have a client for life. And I found that they'll tell their friends and their friends will tell their friends and you'll gain more clients. And that's what we want. Okay, so number 4 is 2 is company. So what do I mean by that? Have you ever heard of the saying 2 is company and 3 is a crowd? I absolutely live by that motto because in my workspace, things could get absolutely hectic if I let it. I believe in a clean and organized workspace, and believe me, when I have more than 2 or 3 projects, my workspace becomes very hectic and very messy, and that slows me down. Remember, it's about productivity. You want to produce your best work, right? After all, your client is counting on you. So I try to keep it down to 2 or 3. I have only a few sewing machines in my workspace. I have only 1 cutting table and I have 1 serger. So don't want to have too many projects going on because then I'm changing threads and I can get confused and mixed up, and the worst thing is to slow myself down and make a mess. And that brings me to the last tip, number 5, and that is get some rest. Get plenty of rest. It's so important. If you're like me, you can't focus when you're fatigued and tired, and you are bound to make a mistake. It happens. And mistakes leads to a waste of time in the sewing room. You know the saying that goes, we all learn from our mistakes. Well, I like to say, measure twice, cut once, and don't make any mistakes, because who wants to make a mistake on a beautiful wedding dress that you're halfway through, and you don't want to have to start all over on a wedding dress? So get plenty of rest. So important. So guys, these are just a few tips of how not to suffer what I call dressmaker burnout. I stick by these rules, I don't deviate, and I don't burn out. So thank you so much for watching. I am going to be doing some really awesome projects coming up. So please come back and learn some more tips and techniques. I'll see you in the next video.